We now want to get into that conversation on matters to do with e-learning, and I'm joined right now by Raphael Mwangi. Thank you so much for making time.
You're welcome.
So Raphael, let's just pick it off from the visit by Jack Ma to Kenya. You in the technology space, how significant is technology in this day and age in terms of creating business opportunities?
The first thing we could do is to thank the Almighty God for the opportunity to have people like Jack Ma. Their first visit in Africa happens to be Kenya. That means we are blessed. Now, there are so many Jack Ma's in Kenya here.
Correct.
People who are able to use the internet and create things that are out of this world. And that has been happening. You know, we've been rated as number one in Africa on several things, number 24 in the whole world in the internet access, you know. So generally, we are doing good. Mm-hmm. We're doing good. And we would like more and more visits from this kind of entrepreneurs. People who started from nothing, you know, you heard him say, he doesn't have the kind of education or knowledge that people would expect such a person to have. Mm-hmm. He claims not even to know how to use computers. Yeah, but what he does...
Ironically, he's running a tech company.
Yes, that's what he's doing. But what he has is respect for people who have the knowledge. And he believes in people. And that's what we need to do. Mm-hmm. Believe in people and allow people, create space for people to create things and make things happen.
All right.
Yeah.
And still staying with that conversation, well, internet access has opened up a plethora of opportunities for the business community as well as for startups. They've been able to scale up thanks to new technologies and also internet playing a very critical role, like serving as the backbone of investments. And of course, your line of business also is anchored on ICT. Perhaps from where we stand, talk to us about your enterprise and really how has the journey been in terms of breaking through the glass ceiling?
Smoothtel is an ICT company, system integrator. We are 14 years now, Kenyan, and all Kenyan, 100%. So what we do is to create the infrastructure where ICT can be utilized. Now, we focus more on the hardware aspect. So creating the links that connect the computers, the other systems that are used in ICT, so that learners can comfortably use the environment. Now, at Smoothtel, we look at empowering the e-learning environment all the way from the classroom to the office entrepreneur who also needs to learn. I always say that if you invest in yourself for about an hour or two per day, then that will be enormous kind of learning that you'll experience in 4 to 5 years. What about 10 years? You'll be somebody different. So e-learning has to be incorporated in the M-learning aspect. M-learning is where we use mobile devices or devices that you can take away with you, even tablets and laptops, so that you have access, because accessibility is the key here to the materials or the data that you need to interact with from anywhere you are.
All right. And allow me to deviate a bit. And of course, e-learning is a very critical subject for Kenya, knowing all too well that the Jubilee government had promised to roll out the free laptops program, which down the road was converted into the digital literacy program. And right now, they've been giving out tablets to school-going kids across the country. How would you rate this program? Did we think through it pretty well? And what are some of the gaps?
Look at a tablet. A tablet is a bigger version of a mobile phone. And every Kenyan today, per se, have a mobile phone. Now, a tablet allows the learner to use it anywhere. And that's what I said before. So a tablet, the end result is you have a device that is able to connect to the internet and download the e-learning materials, or you can transfer the e-learning materials and be able to learn from anywhere. A tablet is a touchscreen kind of environment, and it's portable. It keeps power longer than some laptops.
Sure.
You know? So apparently, I think it's a good idea. It's a very good idea.
All right.
And it's not lost. Now, the only challenge we have here is looking at the 8 classes in a primary school. We have only one class that has been facilitated now, the class 1. Maybe next year they will move to class 2, so class 1 again and 2. So there is need for computer labs with solutions, very economical solutions that are able to be shared by the other classes.
All right.
Because locking a device to just one student, and in a school with 8 classes, the others feel left out.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's a noble idea. We had to start somewhere, and that is a good beginning.
All right.
Yeah.
And getting back to the substance matter, looking at Smoothtail as a company, there's been a lot of opportunities in virtual solutions for the education sector. Really, talk to us about what trends have we seen in the last, say, 3 to 4 years, and of course, where are we going as a country when it comes to adoption of e-learning solutions, and what is the impact really to the learning process?
As a company, Smoothtail have a product called N Computing. Now, this product allows users to share one PC or a server in a classroom environment of about 45 users. So it creates that virtual environment so that users can share the resources available in a more effective way and more economical way. It has a lifespan of up to 15 years, and it's maintenance free. So that, when you put it in a classroom environment, then you cut down the cost of acquiring hardware by more than 75%. And then the maintenance, you bring it to almost zero on the end computing aspect, and to just maintaining the server or the PC. That means out of 45, you're maintaining only one. So it's a very good thing. And now, we have been involved in supplying hardware to learning institutions, starting all the way from the universities to the primary schools. And the adoption is actually great. All right. Because this goes to both the public and the private schools. Now, on top of that, we have solutions that allow hardware. Like if you come with a manuscript or you want to show people a mobile phone, there's something we call digital visualizer. When you put it on the table, you put your phone there, or you put a newspaper, for example, standard newspaper, you just put it there and you want to show everybody. It connects to a laptop or connects to a projector directly or to a screen, a TV screen, and you are able to show stuff instead of photocopying. See, we need to go green. Going green is avoiding a lot of paper. So you are able to just show on a digital visualizer what you need to show and still keep it instead of photocopying or showing to a big audience. Imagine showing a pen, just a small pen to a big audience. On a visualizer, you are able to magnify it, and everybody will be able to see. You want to give people contacts with a business card, just put it there, and everybody can see.
Interesting.
So we used to look at things like interactive boards, where the school children can be in front there instead of a blackboard. They write on something that is interactive, and the content can be saved for future reference or even shared among the classes or used internationally.
Interesting. Of course, Raphael, all this is linked to having a population that is exposed to technology-related devices that unconsciously creates an appetite where younger people are no longer fuzzled when they see, let's say, an iPad, these are things they've interacted with, and it creates a strong foundation for innovation, for people to be more inquisitive. Perhaps just your parting shot, where are we headed as a country as we look towards technology devices playing an important role in the growth of the economy?
The future for Kenya is bright because we have the infrastructure. You know, remember, fiber has been distributed countrywide. Power is in most of the schools in the country, and people have access to mobile. Hence, with a mobile device, you have access to the world. And for e-learning, this is the best thing that has happened for this country.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure speaking to you. That is Raphael Mwangi,
Anytime.
Chief Executive Officer for SmoothTel, just giving us